Happy Friday, everyone. Well, we do have a rain chance today to talk about in Wisconsin, but I'm much more concerned about Saturday's rain chance because that's when we have the possibility of severe storms coming back to the state. But let's start with today, and let's start with the morning commute today. I do have to mention the chance for some isolated showers, maybe a weak storm in far western Wisconsin and far northern Wisconsin. I do think the morning commute for the central and eastern part of the state around Madison, Portage, Beaver Dam, Racine, Kenosha is going to be dry. That said, this area of isolated showers and perhaps a couple of weak storms is going to try and slide to the east, but I do want to stress that the better chance of rain throughout the morning and early afternoon hours is going to be in the western part of the state and northern part of the state. The farther south and east you live, the smaller the chance of rain, but technically everyone does have a chance for seeing the isolated shower and storms. So still a chance at noon, but notice even less showing up. And I do think by the time we get into the mid-afternoon, 3 o'clock, it's going to be completely dry across the state. High temperatures today, a lot of folks in the mid-80s, some reaching the upper 80s, and if you're in the far northern part of the state, perhaps around Rhinelander, only in the low 80s. It's going to be breezy across the entire state today with gusts 20, maybe getting up to about 25 miles per hour. We're not quite done with the rain chance today either, because as we get into the early evening hours, it looks like we have another opportunity for some isolated showers and storms to pop up in southern and central Wisconsin. I do think the northern part of the state, like Chippewa Falls, Wausau, going to stay dry this evening, but I do have to mention the chance, though it's low, for some isolated showers, and again, a possibility of a couple of storms for southern and central Wisconsin. But the chance is real low early this evening, because we're only talking about that rain chance firing up again around 7, 8 o'clock. The better chance is going to be late tonight, but still not much. I do think we might see a little bit of an enhancement in the activity around midnight or so, particularly in the far southern part of the state. So probably a better chance of rain even south of Madison than in and around the Madison area. But not a washout. I would not cancel your Friday evening plans, but just be aware across the southern half of the state of the possibility of some showers and storms being around this evening. But I still think a better chance you'll stay dry. Then this chance for some stray showers here or there is going to continue into the early morning hours tomorrow. Here we are at 9 a.m. A lot of folks dry, but still going to leave in a chance, especially for the far southern part of the state. But let's talk about the severe threat, which is going to begin right now. It's looking like about 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. And look at those dark shades of red showing up for places like Winona, Chippewa Falls at 3 o'clock. Definitely talking about heavy rain and lightning, and unfortunately, looking increasingly likely like we're going to see some severe storms as well. Notice that tomorrow is going to be hotter than today. More upper 80s showing up, and especially in the far southern part of the state, getting some temperatures into the low 90s with some humidity as well. And regardless of whether you see a severe storm or not, because then we'd be talking about winds a lot stronger than this, it's going to be another breezy day with gusts 20, 25 miles per hour both northern and southern Wisconsin. So a period I'm most concerned about is beginning around 3 o'clock and continuing until about 7 o'clock this Saturday evening. There's 5 o'clock, and look how the activity is going to be pushing to the south and east. And so this is probably the best chance for places like La Crosse, for example. And then once we get to 7 o'clock, this does look like when the activity is going to start to push into the Madison area. But I'm stopping the model here at 7 o'clock because it does look like the greatest threat is from 3 o'clock in the afternoon until 7 o'clock in the evening. After 7 o'clock, the activity is going to continue to push south and east, but it looks like it's going to be weakening and more gaps are going to be showing up in the activity. So based on that, this is our severe outlook for Saturday. And what we really want to hone in on is that area shaded in brown. That's the level 3 out of 5, the enhanced risk. So this is where severe storms are most likely. Chippewa Falls, Wausau, Baraboo, Portage, La Crosse, Winona. Notice Madison not quite included. You're in the next level down, the level 2 threat, the slight risk. And then Racine, Kenosha, you're actually in one more level down. Still a chance of severe storms, but it is definitely smaller than areas to the north and west. So let's talk about the worst case scenario, which technically could occur anywhere, but is most likely in this area shaded in brown. I do think there is a possibility in a few locations that we could see wind gusts as high as 70 miles per hour, particularly in the late afternoon on Saturday. That's the greatest threat. Still, I think there's could be a couple places that see some hail as well, perhaps as big as quarter-size hail. And though the chance is small, we can't rule out a couple EF0 or EF1 tornadoes spinning up. Now, because this is still a little ways out, there's still time for the exact timing to change a little bit and exactly where the greatest threat is as well. So look for another update tomorrow morning.